apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene is not going to be shopping at Harvard anymore. And you know what? Yes, girl. I'm not going to be buying shoes at the courthouse anymore. And I'm returning those pillows that I got at the library as well. We've been supporting these businesses for too long. And you know what? If City Hall doesn't make better lattes soon, I'm not going back.
In light of MAGA boycotting Harvard, I have an announcement of my own. I am boycotting Pe0ple for not allowing me to be a spokesperson for their hair care products. Eat your heart out.
MAGA has decided to boycott Harvard, which is the dumbest thing I've heard today.
Since we're apparently boycotting things that we never had a chance in hell of actually happening, now's the time to let y'all know that I will be turning down all the $1 million+ offers that I have received from the WNBA. I will not be taking any questions at this time. Thank you so much for respecting my privacy.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw these videos. So a lot of people are still reacting to MAGA boycotting Harvard. It's really a hilarious comment. Both the videos and the comment sections of these videos are very hilarious, guys. A lot of people are now wondering how MAGA will get into Harvard first before even boycotting. Before you can say you want to boycott people, that means you have opportunity to get in the first place, right? But it looks like some of these people do not even have the qualification or the finances to finance themselves through Harvard, let alone having the authority to boycott them and making them feel it. So a lot of people are saying that MAGA boycotting Harvard might end up not even feeling it at all. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to let these videos roll. Then we'll come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Let's go watch Credit to all creators on this video.
If a guy shows interest in you and then you don't reciprocate and he says something mean or negative to you and is like, I wouldn't want you anyway for reason X, Y, or Z, it's the same thing as MAGA boycotting Harvard. It's the same exact thing.
MAGA is boycotting Harvard now? That's like Kid Rock boycotting the Grammys or Scott Baio boycotting acting jobs.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said that she would never shop at Harvard ever again. She would never shop at Harvard again.
So MAGA is now boycotting Harvard, and I want to show solidarity with them and their right to protest because I support the right to protest. So I want to make it abundantly clear that if Time Magazine intends to put me on their Sexiest Man of the Year list this year, don't even think about it. I'm boycotting it. And while I'm talking about lists, also Forbes better not even consider me for their 30 under 30. This is my protest in solidarity with MAGA's protest against Harvard.
Watching Trump supporters attempt to boycott Harvard is straight up hilarious, because they're boycotting something they have no chance of getting into. You can't boycott something if you're not allowed in the first place. But obviously they don't understand that. They don't totally get what boycotting is. But it's just hilarious. Like, what is the thought process there? Are they swearing that they're never going to go to Harvard? Because we already knew that. Anyone who supports Donald Trump is kind of missing a couple marbles. So them getting in would be a straight up miracle in the first place. I don't get their thought process at all. They're swearing off a college they were never going to get into in the first place.
What's the real reason why President Trump is banning foreign students from Harvard? Harvard has a $52 billion private endowment, much of which continues to be funded by families of international students. If you want Harvard to fail, making international students feel unwelcome is a good idea.
Anybody else find it extremely funny that MAGA is boycotting Harvard? Come on, y'all. Come on, let's be serious now. I don't think you understand how a boycott works. I'm pretty sure they're not going to miss you at Harvard.
You know what the United States is doing when international students come here and pay for education? I can tell you one thing Donald Trump doesn't know, and his ignorance proves he does not understand trade at the most fundamental level. When we educate international students in the United States, we are exporting education. In fact, education is one of our most lucrative exports. One might even go so far as to say if you hate trade deficits, you should love higher education, because every single year we export over $50 billion in education. $56 billion last year to be specific. That's more than we exported last year in coal and natural gas combined. Every single one of those $56 billion was produced by some other country and then brought here and deposited for us to circulate and spend. And yet, because Trump is an idiot who doesn't understand anything, he is targeting Harvard, which is not only our most lucrative university in the country, it's also a university that brings in 27% of its students from other countries. Now you might say, well, yeah, but lots of Americans are educated overseas, so it probably evens out, right? Wrong. Over 3 times as many international students enroll here every year than we send abroad. At this point, you might be asking, did this big education surplus show up on Donald Trump's stupid Rose Garden tax chart? But let's be real, you already know the answer. Because education is a service and not a good, they left it out of their calculations. Even though services, which includes not only education, but things like software, legal services, financial services, and consulting, produced around $1 trillion in exports for us last year, resulting in a nearly $300 billion surplus in services alone. In fact, without the massive surplus in services, our total global trade deficit would be 33% higher. But hey, don't give Donald Trump a hard time for not understanding any of this. In fact, it's probably because he went to an Ivy League university and he still goes full Michael Scott anytime somebody says the word trade surplus that explains why he hates universities so much. Education tried to catch up with him, but our special little boy, he was faster.
A lot of MAGA supporters are now boycotting, Harvard. And it's very hilarious because these guys, we all know, most of them did not even finish their grades. Like, some of them prefer to go to other university than going to Harvard. So how come they are now boycotting Harvard? That's a question in the mouth of everyone. Imagine saying that you will no longer be shopping at Harvard. What exactly are you shopping at Harvard again? Harvard is a university. Is that a shop? You guys, please tell me because I may not be right, right? But let me know in the comments because what I know Harvard to be is a prestigious university. A lot of people are, begging to be part of Harvard. A lot of people want to get into Harvard, but they're not even able to. So many people were saying that the reason why all of this is happening is because maybe Baron tried to get into Harvard, but because he wasn't able to get in, he wasn't accepted into Harvard, then this is why the beef between Harvard and his father, right? But you guys, I don't know how true that is, but what do you think in the comment? Share with me. A lot of people are making jokes about it and saying that, the Obamas, they all went to Harvard. And these people, these other people, they didn't get into Harvard, right? And yet, what is all the fuse about? Lots of international students bring in lots and lot of money into the country every year. Every year, people are looking for places they can go and school, get their education, and probably go back to their country. But right now, it seems that they don't even want international students to come into the country anymore. Before, it was just few people, right? It was just few people, like the Chinese students who they're already in talks on how, to revoke their students' permit if they are connected to some party or the other. But right now, it's not about international students. You're stopping universities from enrolling international students into their school. That's really, you know, I'm so surprised that this is happening this time and age. So that means all the students who have this American dream of going to the US to go study someday might as well start having other dreams and other plans because the American dream right now is to move on and not to move to America because they have told you they do not want any more international students in the country. Even this will cause a lot of people to, to be frightened. Like everybody will be scared of what might happen to them if they come over to the US to study. Some parents will be so skeptical to send their kids to the US. You guys, to get into Harvard is not a joke. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of work and a lot of courage. And yes, it takes a lot of money. It's not free. It's not something you have to say, okay, you pay today, we'll pay tomorrow. And that's the thing. International students bring in the money. And instead of you leaving them, being the student that they are, you're not making laws that are affecting people who bring in the money to the country. Imagine 50 something billion. That's what that man was reporting. I am so shocked that people spend such amount of money to go acquire education somewhere, and yet might stand the chance to lose their visas for one reason or the other. Well, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Let's have that conversation. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be part of the family. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video, guys. Bye.